Don't store green onions directly in the refrigerator. Today, I will teach you some tricks. Keep them fresh for a month and eat them any time. After a day or two, the green onions will become mushy. The weather will also lose moisture and begin to wilt and turn yellow. And it is an indispensable spice for every family. When onions are cheap, you can save a lot of money by buying a lot. Now, I will tell you how to preserve green onions. Before preserving, you need to remove the yellow and rotten green onions on the green onions, because this part of the onion will not last long and will spoil. Next, we will prepare a jar or any bottle or can, as long as they are thoroughly cleaned, and then add a little white sugar. Not much, just a little is enough. Next, add a little water. Then add the green onions. Pay attention to the amount of water, or the green onions will rot easily. Then put the cup in a sunny place, but do not expose them to the sun. Just change the water every 3 to 4 days. As long as the chives can continue to grow, they will not wilt and turn yellow, and eat when needed. We can take as much as we want each time. Keep the white part of the green onions and the rhizomes. Then the green onions will continue to grow as these new sprouts can continue to absorb water to provide green leaves. The green onions will not turn yellow or rot, and the fresher the root system, the better. Adding a little sugar to the water is very helpful for the roots, and it seems that sugar has a certain effect on improving the water quality. If you want the green onions to grow better, you can also add a little potassium dihydrogen phosphate to the water to promote the growth of the onions and maintain them until spring. The second trick, here, first we cut off the roots of the green onions. Find a styrofoam box or planter to get some soil and plant the green onions. You can bury the onions deeper and leave the top exposed. In fact, green onions do not have high soil requirements. They are less diseased and easy to care for. Water the newly planted green onions to help the plants grow better. The next day, you can pour fertilizer and water once a day, and wait about 20 days before you can gradually harvest. Green onions are a vegetable that is very suitable for growing in pots or in the garden, as long as the soil is not too poor in nutrients. It can grow well. Next, let's clean the green onion leaves and sprinkle some baking soda on the green onion leaves. Then, soak the green onions and stir to dissolve the baking soda. We find something to press the green onions into the water and soak for 5 minutes. Why do this? Because to make the green onions look more beautiful, some vegetable sellers in the market will spray green vitriol on the surface of the green onions, commonly known as blue powder. If you eat too much, this substance will cause poisoning symptoms such as diarrhea, vomiting. So, you should use this method to clean the green onions you buy. After soaking, we rinse again with clean water. Take the green onions out of the basket until the surface is dry. Let the onions drain a bit before using. Use plastic wrap to wrap the green onions. The plastic wrap prevents green onions from coming into contact with the outside world. It will prevent green onions from continuing to grow and consume their own nutrients, causing rapid wilting. And it effectively isolates them from external bacteria, preventing the green onions from spoiling. Leaves green onions for a month without spoiling. And divide the green onions into small portions depending on the amount of food. Roll the green onions tightly, but do not use too much force to avoid damaging the chives, because the green onion leaves are very crispy, soft, and have a hollow part in the middle. Roll the green onions tightly, but do not use too much force to avoid damaging the chives, because the green onion leaves are very crispy, soft, and have a hollow part in the middle. Then, put them in the refrigerator to keep them cold. They will last for at least 1 month and can be eaten at any time. Third method, remove all the water from the green onions. Cut them into chopped green onions, or cut them into green onions according to your own cooking habits. Use a glass jar, add green onions, then put in the freezer to preserve longer and use any time. Green onions can be frozen and will not break when frozen. The principle of preservation in plastic wrap and glass jars is the same. Because it is kept in a dry environment, the chopped green onions will be separate and will not stick together. Opening and pouring out when using a little will be very convenient. But you need to remember not to defrost the frozen green onions when using, but use them directly. Otherwise, they will become soft and dark. You just need to take them out of the refrigerator and use them directly. The flavor will not be affected. These two methods require the green onions to be washed and drained before storing. If the green onions are stained with water, they will easily spoil when kept in the refrigerator, and the humidity is very high. So with just a few simple steps, you can keep your green onions fresh, clean, and ready to use any time. Try applying these tips today to always have vibrant, healthy ingredients in your kitchen. Thank you for staying with me, and see you in the next video. Love.